Good morning, everybody. Shift your mindset here with a new episode. The pain that will always be there. Why this topic? It was spontaneous, it was just in the moment, but it's the pain that never goes away. What am I talking about? Now, at the moment, I'm a little bit busy. Why? We are busy building our own little tiny home on the top of this plot. So, we have a contractor, comes with his guys, tears down the workers' Wendy house that's there, and we're gonna build our own house there. Beautiful. Love it. Our own place, little, cozy, wooden stove, big veranda, and we're looking over this house and we see even more animals and stuff like that. We hear the lions in the morning, in the evening. It is the best. But I was busy with my chainsaw because I have to cut some branches there for the chicken coop next to our house. They get also a whole new house, and we're busy with all the things around it. But I was busy with the chainsaw and was cleaning something and I couldn't adjust the belt. So the contractor came by and he helped me. I said, no, it's fine, just leave it. We think we're too much, but I said, no, I like those kind of things to solve problems. So we were busy, and then he was telling about his father and how he taught them everything and teach them and about his youth and everything. And he said something and then said, yeah, but I have no contact with my father anymore. He said, why? I said, because of different religious beliefs. I'm not too quick in saying I'm Jehovah Witness and whatever, but he asked me why. I said I was born and raised as a Jehovah Witness. I quit the religion, and from that on I'm dead to my parents. And now we're left with one parent. And he said, yeah, but I also have a different belief than my son. He also has a son. Installed the solar here at our place. I know him, and we're also different. We have different views, but that's normal. He said, because you have another belief, he said, is your father not allowed to be a Jehovah Witness anymore? I said, no, he can stay Jehovah Witness. We can have a discussion, no problem. We can have an open communication about things in the Bible that doesn't match up for me, but does match up for him. No problem. He said, what's then the problem? I said, in my opinion, there's no problem. He said, but it's not about family or friends or whatever. Everyone is even important. But because somebody you don't share the beliefs of the Jehovah Witnesses, you're not his son anymore? I said, yes. And I said, I haven't spoken to him for 5 years. He said, so he's wasting 5 years of his life by shunning his own son. He said, are you into criminal things? I said, no, not at all. He said, did you kill somebody? Did you rape somebody? Whatever. I said, no, of course not. He said, no, why does your father shun you? He couldn't believe his mind. And that's the thing we always have to drag along with us. It doesn't hurt me anymore, but if I'm talking to somebody and the people here are so nice, they help you out of empathy, compassion, just being friends. We're already feeling like we are friends. He lives here down the street. He's a contractor. But he say, hello my friend, how are you? He is happy to see me. He is joyful to see us, to work here, to earn a living. Because everybody has to earn his living. but we are helping each other out. I have a problem, I can't do it myself, everything, and he doesn't have a problem, but he needs work. We can help each other. And what's the crazy thing about being a former Jehovah Witness and have more valuable connections than you ever experienced in the religion that claims to be the most loving community on earth? He's helping me with the chainsaw. No stress, doesn't need the money. If I offer him money, he says no. We're friends, we're helping each other out. How often did you have that experience as a Jehovah Witnesses? That people helped you, were happy, just friendly, nothing was wrong, there were no things, or I do something for you, so you have to do something for me. I'm doing you a favor now, so I'm counting on you that you back me up in that elder meeting. It's not that I give you something, I want something for you. Nothing at all. And that face he made about not having contact with my own family, that I was not allowed to attend my own mother's funeral. If he had a chair, he was fallen off the chair. Luckily he was standing, but till this moment, and it's now a day ago, he almost doesn't believe me. He has a hard time believing me, but because we have that connection, we are friends, he is believing me. But he can't believe his ears that a father and his son don't speak to each other because somebody is believing something else than the other person. And that's the burden, people, where we have to live with. That are the stones in our backpack. That every day that goes by is a day wasted for the Jehovah Witnesses, not for me, for the Jehovah Witnesses to be in contact with their loved ones. It doesn't affect me anymore. In the beginning, it did, people, it did. But now it's my father and my sister's loss. It's not my loss. The doors are open here. Literally, but also figuratively. The doors are open. I wrote a letter to my father. Never got a reply. I think 6 months ago. Never got a reply. When we moved to South Africa, we were in a television show from the Netherlands who followed our journey to immigration. I don't know if he watched it. People made him aware of it. I don't know if he watched it. I think deep down inside he is proud of me that I took a big step and following my dreams. Things he couldn't do himself. Things that hold him back for living a life like he should have wanted. He likes nature, he likes everything I have here. So it would be the ideal place for him to visit. But no, because some men in New York are making the rules, he is not allowed to even speak to me. In what crazy world are we living? People are focusing on wars. War in the Ukraine, or in the things that go wrong in the United States, or that this or this is happening. But the most things are not even coming close to the shunning of those Jehovah Witnesses to their own family members. It goes maybe even further than a war. A literal war. Maybe it goes even further with it, because a psychological warfare is even worse. And my nephews, small young nephews, don't know their uncle. You're keeping away valuable contacts of your own children. And I don't think they're gonna lose this rule, because then it's gonna be a big problem for the governing body. But what is wrong? Because I just told him that I have no contact with my father. And if I scam my father financially, or I did something that gave me a criminal record or whatever, then he could understand it. But just not sharing the beliefs that your parents put on you. There comes a time that everybody is an adult and has a free will to choose whatever they want. And if that's not what you intended for them, it happens. Maybe my father would have that I had a small house in whatever, name a country. But if I don't follow his advice, does it make me a bad person, a bad son? We are making our own choices. Parents are there to guide you, to give you advice. But if you don't take that advice, you're not a different person suddenly. No, you're still the same. So it was a moment for me that I thought, whoa, yeah, it's unexplainable almost for people. And that's the baggage, that's the burden that we carry as former Jehovah Witnesses. That there is no place for contact. Doesn't have to be daily basis for me, but just to see each other, to welcome each other here, to have a great time together. And even I want to talk with him about religion, no problem. Can be a discussion, also not a problem. But why is it always the other person around Jehovah Witnesses who can imagine in the other person, who can feel with the other person, but they never return that favor to another person? Because I think that is what love is. You have an opinion, I have an opinion, and we're gonna live with it. I respect your opinion, you respect my opinion. That's unconditional love. And that's the thing Jehovah Witnesses are lacking. Unconditional love. God is love. He would have done things differently than the Israelites did. But he didn't mention it. He didn't say something. He didn't punish them for whatever. But just not sharing your beliefs and shunning your own son, daughter, whatever it is, family member, is just a cruel thing. And that's the pain, unfortunately, everybody has to live with while they exiting that religion. But it doesn't affect you after a short time or longer time. Because I see it now that it's my father who loses out on something. I'm not losing out on something. I'm a grown adult male. I have my own life now. I'm enjoying my life and he can join my life. But I don't need him for me to feel that fulfillment in life. And that's the power. That's the power that we have in everybody of us. That there is a force in you that's stronger than everything else. So, short video, guys, about the suffering and the pain sometimes we have to endure if we are leaving that religion, but it doesn't weigh up to the advantages you get. Because now I have people around me who take me as I am, who love me for who I am, and I can be myself 24/7. And that's gold. That's real gold. That you don't have to put up a mask and to act in a certain way to be liked by a certain group of people. People who don't have your back at all. It's all conditional. So enjoy your life as a free spirit, as a free man, a free woman. And guys, have a beautiful day. And let me know in the comments what you think about this subject. And we speak to each other on the next episode.